The news moves fast, and so do you. So take the news with you. You can scan the code right here to download the Fox 5 News app now. Inside the app, hit the Watch Live button to stream Fox 5 News wherever you are. Get alerts for the biggest stories and the latest news headlines, weather coverage, sports breakdowns, even I-Team investigations. So what are you waiting for? Scan the code now and take the news with you. Download the Fox 5 News app now.
From Fox 5 News, this is Good Day Atlanta at 10 a.m.
Welcome to this special webcast edition of Good Day Atlanta at 10. I'm Sharon Lawson.
And thank you for joining us. I'm Joanne Feldman.
And I'm Natalie McCann. We have World Cup coverage airing right now on Fox 5, but here's what we have coming up for you today. It's the season of sales. Stores are offering discounts on so many items, but it doesn't mean you have to buy everything you see. We're going to talk about some of the big holiday purchases that people later end up regretting.
Plus, the Georgia Aquarium has a list of holiday activities for guests. Our Paul Milliken will join us live with more on the Winter Waterland featuring dolphins.
And we've got a recap of some of the biggest moments during last night's 2022 American Music Awards. But first, let's get a look at this morning's top stories with Good Day's Elise Edie. Elise, good morning.
Ladies, good morning. And we begin with a major apartment fire that left many residents displaced. Firefighters were called to the Ellis Apartments off Brockett Road in Clarkston. Good Day's Brooke Zahner has the very latest. She joins us on what happened out there. Brooke, good morning.
Good morning, Elise. And DeKalb County Fire Rescue has been on scene here for about 6 hours now, still working on putting out those hot spots. They just cordoned off the scene, and that particular building here that was impacted, just the one building that went up in flames here early this morning. They're currently still investigating exactly what caused this fire.
Everything is just fire.
It was a scary Monday morning for some residents at the Ellis Oak Apartments in Clarkston. A building goes up in flames, forcing families out of their homes as DeKalb Fire Rescue battled the blaze.
A fire had made it to the roof and was burning the roof members on arrival, and they were able to evacuate the entire structure.
Fire crews responded to the complex on Post Oak Drive around 4:40 Monday morning. Flames and smoke shot through the roof of the building. Firefighters also had to deal with frigid morning temperatures, which made response times more difficult.
Due to the weather, things move a little bit slower, obviously. So we are just making sure we're hitting all the hot spots right now, ensure that we have the fire out. And they were actually able to save half of the building. It would have been a total of 8 units that would have burned.
Fire officials say 4 units are heavily damaged and roughly 20 to 25 people are displaced. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Residents of the building, many of whom are refugees, are asking for help from the community.
They don't have house. They don't have family in America, and we, as a refugee, we don't have any help. So we need help from other people.
Yeah, fortunately, the Red Cross is stepping in to help these families. Again, back out here live in Clarkston where you can see the damage from this fire. The Red Cross says that they're currently helping 7 families, a total of 16 people who have been displaced. They also mentioned that they expect that number, the number of people that they're going to help, will rise. That's the latest here in DeKalb County. I'm Brooke Zahner for Good Day Atlanta. Elise.
All right, Brooke, thanks so much for the latest on that. We have some breaking news to share with you from Clayton County. That's where police have issued a shelter-in-place alert for folks in the area of Terra Glen Drive in Hampton. That's where SWAT officers and deputies have been on the scene for hours trying to get an armed suspect to surrender. We were told that that man has since slipped out of the home and is on the run. Again, residents in the area of Terra Glen Drive and McDonough Drive are asked to shelter in place while authorities search for the suspect. We'll be sure to keep you posted. Happening today, reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley will find out how long they'll spend behind bars for their tax fraud convictions. Prosecutors say the couple defrauded banks out of tens of millions of dollars and submitted fake documents when applying for loans. Good Day's Mark Teichner is live at the federal courthouse downtown with the very latest on this story. Mark?
That's right, and if prosecutors get their way, the Chrisleys won't be free for a long time.
I'm fine. Well, by the sound of it, that's not what your kids think.
Today, Todd and Julie Chrisley could find out how long they'll spend away from those kids. Sentencing will take place for the reality TV stars. Back in June, the couple was convicted of defrauding more than $30 million from banks and concealing their income to avoid paying taxes.
We live in a neighborhood north of Atlanta, a gated neighborhood with celebrities here.
Prosecutors want the Chrisleys to spend years locked up asking for a 17.5 to 21-year prison sentence for Todd and 10 to 12.5 years for Julie, along with nearly $20 million in restitution. They say Todd Chrisley organized a lengthy, extensive, and sophisticated fraud scheme using shell companies, LLCs, and bank accounts to steal the money and then hide it in a film company the couple controlled.
Just because you're rich and you're on a TV show doesn't mean that the law is not going to come and get you when you commit a federal crime.
The defense wants a new trial, claiming an IRS officer falsely testified after being pressured by prosecutors.
Fortunate to have the counsel that we have, and our family will stick together and we'll walk this road because we know that the good Lord will hold our hand and take us through.
The Chrisleys are asking for a light sentence with limited incarceration and suspended relief and restitution.
We stand in our faith and we stand in what we know is right.
Fox 5 is in the courtroom and will let you know how things play out later in the day. Reporting live from the federal courthouse, I'm Mark Teichner for Good Day Atlanta.
On top of that for us, Mark, thank you. Well, public memorial services for former Georgia House Speaker David Ralston will take place this week. Ralston will lie in state in the state capitol rotunda tomorrow and on Wednesday. His visitation will take place both Friday and Saturday from 2 to 7. On Friday, it'll be at Logan Funeral Home in Ellijay. On Saturday, it's at Aikens Cobb Funeral Home in Blue Ridge. His funeral is happening Sunday, November 27th at 1 p.m. at the Fannin County High School Performing Arts Center. Well, Thanksgiving is just a few days away now. Heavy traffic may keep you from getting to the family feast on time, and a new report ranks Atlanta among the worst metro areas in the U.S. for Thanksgiving traffic. Good Day's Caitlin Pratt tells us the best times to avoid the headache before the holidays. And so it's not the news we wanted, Caitlin, but it's really nothing that's too surprising.
Not surprising at all, and nothing's going to keep me, Elise, from the family feast. Least of all, traffic here in Atlanta. But listen, I just love these studies and how pinpointed they are. Take a listen for yourself.
The holiday hustle. AAA projecting the roads will be as full as your Thanksgiving dinner plates. Nearly 4 million more people traveling by car this year for the holiday. But not all traffic is equal. Atlanta's highways are predicted to be more than twice as congested as usual. A study by travel industry technology company INRIX ranking the A among the worst, along with Chicago, New York City, and Los Angeles, and pinpointed an Atlanta turkey travel trouble spot, Interstate 85 South from Claremont Road to MLK Jr. Drive, expected to be 340% above normal between 1:30 and 3:30 p.m. on Wednesday. So is there a best time to take off? INRIX finding that 9 p.m. on Wednesday, before 11 a.m. on Thursday and Friday, and before noon on Saturday and Sunday. Now, Georgia's Department of Transportation trying to keep things moving, suspending construction-related lane closures to reduce any congestion. They released their own forecast, saying 30 to 45 additional minutes of travel time will be on the menu. The busiest day, Wednesday.
Okay, and another factoid for you, Elise. AAA telling us that this year projected that Georgians are going to be back to not just pre-pandemic levels, but exceeding pre-pandemic levels of travel this Turkey Day. You gotta put that nap in there somewhere too. Seriously? Especially with the toddlers, right? Before we head back to home.
That's got to fit in there. But I love how you're able to deliver this news with a smile like only you can, Caitlin. Lessens the blow. Good to see you. Thank you. Well, President Biden will continue a White House tradition today by pardoning some turkeys ahead of Thanksgiving. The lucky turkeys this year are named Chocolate and Chip. They'll receive a ceremonial pre-Thanksgiving pardon. They're from North Carolina and are even staying in a hotel room. Chocolate and Chip also have accounts on social media. The turkey pardons began with President George H.W. Bush. And those are some of our top stories. I got to tell you, though, ladies, I'm so surprised, though. Like, there's not like a drop of chocolate on either one of them. They're white turkeys, and they're Chocolate and Chip, but whatever.
Cute names. All right, Elise, thanks so much. Time now, 10:09. Buck is here for Let's Talk. Well, it's easy to get sucked into the holiday shopping deals, but a new survey says there are holiday purchases that people regret the most. It includes holiday decor like giant lawn inflatables. Besides being expensive by themselves, they can also make your electric bill skyrocket. Bulky exercise equipment, and you may be tempted to splurge to try and reach your New Year's resolutions, but experts say these items often end up collecting dust and taking up space. And finally, expensive gift wrap just gets thrown out. So what are some purchases that you kind of regret?
I don't really regret any of it. I mean, it's just the holidays, you know, you just kind of know that you're going to do that and enjoy every minute of it. I buy a lot of decorations. Actually, they're on sale right now, and then they're even more on sale after the holidays, and that's really when I get a lot of them too. The pajamas, I got some pajamas too, and a robe that had like the elf ears and reindeer ears as well. So I mean, reindeers. What are those?
Antlers.
That's it. Thank you. What are those things called?
Words are hard.
They are. Words are so hard. They're so tricky.
You should never regret buying a treadmill, because even if you don't use it for its intended purpose, it's got all those racks you can hang clothes on. You can dry clothes on it. It's got multi-purposes. So,
it's really good at collecting dust.
I think you can walk on it too. I think. I'm not sure about that. My biggest Thanksgiving regret is usually my third plate.
Yeah.
I regret that third plate. Yeah. Second one's fine. I go back for third.
One is just kind of like, you know.
I'm kind of with you. I mean, I plan accordingly because I don't want to regret doing what I can to enjoy the holidays. So if I know that I'm going to overspend, I try to plan accordingly leading up to it and coming out of it, because this is supposed to be a time of year where you don't have to stress about that too much, and as long as you plan ahead, then that can work.
It is kind of annoying though with like the home decor stuff when you buy that, and then like you said, because it does go on sale, like literally on the 26th, it's like 50% off, and you see some of the stuff that you got, and it's so on sale, and you're just like,
I gotta tell you a place where they're actually 60% off right now.
Where?
Well, you gotta keep it like a little secret.
I'll tell you in a few. I'll tell you in a few. But it's great. I kind of splurged a little bit this weekend.
Okay, good to know.
And then I was talking to them. No regrets at all. And then I was talking to them too, and they said they're going to have more, of course, of a sale the day after Christmas.
Well, yeah.
Probably like 85%.
All set for Christmas 2022.
Can't wait for Christmas 2024. Three.
I feel like it's
I had to do some math there.
I did too.
Well, 24 is going to be nice too, I think. Plus, you can use them for more than 1 year, right? So I think we're right both ways.
Yeah.
All right, 10:12 is now the time. Next up, how many people can you actually trust? A new study finds the average American only has 5 people in their life they truly trust and can lean on. Actually, I think this is actually a story. Yeah, no, it's not.
It's coming up right now.
Yeah, it's coming up right now. 48% believe trustworthiness is important in building friendships, while 33% say loyalty is very important. 71% are more thankful for the people in their lives this year than ever before. If this was a tease, it'd be the longest tease ever.
Seemed like you trusted that we were going to break, and you got
the crazy thing is, the music happened too.
It's like out.
And the gratitude is likely influenced by the time of the year, because 3 in 5 admit to feeling more sentimental about the relationships in their life during the holiday season. What was the story about?
We'll have more on that after the break.
How many people can you trust, right?
Yeah. How many people in your inner circle, I guess. I mean, I don't know the exact number, but it's probably a pretty small number. You know, my
do you differentiate
family.
Between friends and family, or is it just one group of 5 or whatever?
I don't differentiate. No, I got nothing more on that. Like, that's it. It's a small group.
Yeah, I have a small circle. So I think in my circle, I trust mostly everyone, but it is very small. Like, not a lot of people in it.
And I'm thrilled to be in each of y'all's circle. I mean, it's really a good place to be.
Of course.
I like being there, you know. You can trust me. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Isn't that what Meatloaf said?
Yep. Believe he did.
What about you? Do you trust a lot of people?
I have a small circle.
Same.
Very, very small circle. So, yeah, there's that. And I'll keep it at that.
Okay.
Keep your friends close, your enemies closer, right?
There you go.
So the tease was longer than the discussion. It's unanimous.
You never know what you're going to get on a webcast.
Right?
Oh, goodness.
This is true.
It's messing us all up today.
But we're
All right,
glad you're joining
cue the
us,
music.
right? Okay.
Cue the music.
10:14 is the time. Now it's real. Coming up on Good Day Atlanta this week, you'll get a special double dose of The Masked Singer. We'll have a preview of the two-night competition. But first, Fox 5 Sports' Justin Felder joins us with a closer look at the World Cup, which you can watch this week over on Fox 5.
This is a dream come true, and kind of just trying to stay in the present, focus on what's next, and not get ahead of ourselves. But just excited, full of emotions, and ready to get going.
Look at that, a local tie.
Yeah, they
That's
are.
Lawrenceville native Walker Zimmerman of the U.S. men's national team getting ready to start World Cup play this afternoon right here on Fox 5.
And Fox 5 Sports, Justin Felder joins us now. So good to have you.
It's great to be here. Hi, good morning.
I prefer to stay here than to go over to Qatar.
I know. Well, I wouldn't get to hang out with you guys.
Oh yeah, there's that.
I would have picked up some serious Sky Miles, but no, we'll be covering it from here. We'll be watching, of course, on Fox 5. It's getting underway. It started yesterday. A lot more matches today, and we're really excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I love the World Cup.
Yeah,
it's a great time.
I mean, it's the biggest thing in the world.
It really is, and it's already going right now. We had a match this morning already. England beat up on Iran. We had Ecuador beat Qatar yesterday. So give you kind of an idea of the format, right? We got the USA's first match coming up today. They're taking on Wales. That's at 2 o'clock right here on Fox 5. Then the big one, we've got England on Friday. That's going to be fun. They're still smarting about 1776, trying to get back at us. And then we take on Iran. I can say we for this, by the way. I don't say we about other teams that we cover, but we are the USA. I think we can say that. We take on Iran next Tuesday. So the way it works is you're in a group of 4 teams. You play each of the other 3 teams. Top 2 from each group advance. So England, they're probably the cream of the crop in our group. We can still beat them, or we plan to on Friday, but you want to get top 2.
Okay.
That's the idea to move on. So today is actually a really big one against Wales.
Absolutely. All right, so with the U.S. playing their first match 2 o'clock today, what do we know about their first opponent?
Okay, so their first opponent is Wales. Now let's truth talk here. Who had to raise their hand to find Wales on a map today? Is that just me? Okay, great. It's just me. Cool. Everybody else knew where Wales was. Natalie, honesty this morning. We were just talking about who we can trust. I can trust Natalie because everybody else knew where Wales was. All right, so it's a tiny little country. It's part of the United Kingdom, but not somebody to be over, not a country, a soccer team to be underestimated, right? So we're taking on Wales. They haven't been in the World Cup since 1958. You know, the U.S., we've been out of it for 8 years now. They've been waiting for, I can't do math this early in the morning, but it's been
it's been a long time.
A really long time. So Wales, their star player is Gareth Bale. He played for Real Madrid for over a decade. He's a little older now. He's kind of on the downside of his career, but super, super talented. Interesting, though, Atlanta United head coach Gonzalo Pineda, he actually did some of his coaching training in Wales. So I sat down and talked to him, and he has a really good perspective on the U.S.'s first opponent. Here's what he had to say.
They have very good coaches there, teaching with the same process. That's what they have, very structured game models since the youth national teams till the first team. And I think they have a couple top-class players. I mean, one of those scored a goal in the MLS Cup. Gareth Bale, I think, is going to be good for them. He's always the big name. But they have some others that are very clever players and very athletic, and they demand a lot. They will demand a lot from the U.S.
So USA Wales today at 2 o'clock right here on Fox 5. Also, Gonzalo Pineda, he played for the Mexican national team in the World Cup in 2006. They have a lot of support. I know, of course, here in our area, Mexico's first match is going to be tomorrow morning when they take on Poland. Mexico in a really tough group. But Gonzalo Pineda, of course, going to be pulling for them. But USA Wales today, that's a really big one. Again, remember, 4 teams in your group. You end up in the top 2, then you advance to the knockout round. That would be huge for Team USA.
And Team USA has some young players as well. So what are their chances of, I don't know, winning the World Cup, dare I say?
All right, I got 2 answers for you. All right, you want good news or bad? We'll start with good news. The good news is they have just as good a chance of winning the World Cup as anybody. The downside is generally, I don't want to rain on anybody's parade. It's possible. Look, it's possible. But generally, the cream rises to the top in these, and that's not to say anything bad about the U.S. To make the World Cup is unbelievable. Huge. They didn't last time. It was such a downer. But they're just really, they don't have the talent that you're going to see of France and Brazil and Argentina and Spain. That said, if they were able to advance into that knockout round, right, finish in the top 2 in their group, that would be huge. If they were to win a knockout round match, that would be incredible. It would be an incredible accomplishment. So the bar is not win the World Cup, but to just make it that far. And like you said, you're absolutely right, Sharon. I know you've been studying up on the World Cup and on the roster. Young talent, that's the name of the game. So if these guys can have some success, build some experience, then in 4 years, when the World Cup is in the United States and Mexico and Canada, then you're talking about a team that's been there and done that and can be better equipped to make some noise. So could they win it? Sure, that'd be awesome. I'm rooting for that.
I love his optimism.
I love it. We all filled out brackets, right?
We did.
Yeah, who'd you pick? Who are your picks?
It's a secret.
Oh, well, okay.
I mean, France.
Okay, that's good. Understandable.
But they just lost their star player, didn't they? To injury in France.
Oh, you actually did research before you filled it out?
But I picked Argentina to win it all. That's who I've got.
There we go.
I think it's a good one.
And hey, you know what? Argentina, they've Thiago Almada, 21-year-old, plays for Atlanta United, just got called up to the Argentinian national team. I don't know if you saw the video. Atlanta United posted it. He's in the airport getting ready to fly over to Qatar. mobbed hundreds, if not thousands of people in the airport as he's getting ready to get on a plane to go over to Qatar. So that's pretty cool. A guy we've been watching play here in Atlanta. He could be playing for one of the best teams, the team that Natalie picked.
I won't say, but you know.
Hey, it's a good pick.
It's a good pick.
But look, it's getting started. We got a match coming up after we're done here over on Fox 5, and then we got USA Wales at 2 o'clock. We're going to wrap the whole thing up on Fox 5 this afternoon.
I feel like we should do this more. Have you come in on the morning?
Let me know. I'll stop by. I want to be in on the chat about the treadmill. I want to be talking about. I trust.
So what is your take?
Yeah, I want to read the teases. I want to read the things that aren't
teases and pretend that they
That's
are.
the best part.
Yeah.
You know, where we're like, it's a tease. Psych, not really.
Are there Good Day Atlanta mugs? Could I get a mug? I feel like we should.
If you can get, maybe you can make that happen for us.
because we don't.
I saw Paul has High Five Game of the Week shirts. I don't have a Game of the Week shirt.
You know what?
You gotta
just
know
go in there
people.
and just
what's up with
take
that?
your stuff.
know.
Do what you gotta do.
I need to get some swag.
We do.
Anyway, what were we talking about with the World Cup? We've departed a little bit, but that's okay. Anyway, World Cup, 2 o'clock, USA Wales. We'll wrap it all up this afternoon. Should be a lot of fun. I'm super psyched.
I'm no stress for them.
All right, Justin.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Well, still to come, Six Flags over Georgia is in the holiday spirit when you can attend Holiday in the Park. Plus, is it festive or maybe a little bit frightening? Ron Gann has the story behind this talking Christmas tree. That's next.
If you have an Amazon Alexa-enabled device in your home, ask her to enable the Fox 5 Atlanta skill so you can get local updates anytime straight from Fox 5.
controversial Christmas decoration is back for another year. And Good Day's Ron Ganton is here with the video you just got to see.
Yeah, I'm not so sure how I feel about this one. All right, Woody the Talking Tree returned to the Nova Scotia Mall in Canada over the weekend. A crowd gathered shouting, "Wake up, Woody," to try to bring the cartoonish creature alive. Now, on the third attempt, Woody actually opened his eyes and spoke to the crowd. Woody returned to the mall last year after a 15-year hiatus. Now, the return was met with a little bit of joy and a little bit of terror, too, as some dubbed the display a Christmas nightmare. But I'm not so sure if I was a kid I would kind of enjoy seeing this. It kind of looks kind of spooky to me.
It's just huge. It's so huge, and then its eyes, and then talking. Yeah. Like, no, I don't want to see that. I mean, if kids are going to already cry when they see Santa Claus.
Santa Claus, right. It's almost kind of like a mixture of mostly Christmas and a little bit of Halloween in there, thrown in there. But you can see, I mean, there's a lot of people down there. They're watching it and laughing and enjoying it. But I'm not so sure if it was me, I would enjoy it.
Well, yeah, there's a little trauma involved. Well, it reminds me of when my daughter was probably 5 years old. She was so excited to have the elf on the shelf show up in our house. And when he finally did, she just stared at him and her eyes started tearing up. And I said, what's wrong? Weren't you excited? And she just looked at him and said, "It's kind of creepy."
You know
what, sweetheart, you're right.
Exactly. Yeah, some of these kids.
Creepy. He's here to watch you.
Yeah, some of these kids might have dreams. Some maybe nightmares. Not sure.
Yeah. I know I would probably have a nightmare seeing that thing.
The tree itself, though, I mean, it's pretty cool looking. I'm just not so sure about that.
There was a reason there was a 15-year hiatus.
Exactly.
All right, Ron, thank you. Well, hit Fox series double up on the competitions this week with 2 nights of all new episodes. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin.
The final 3 bring a singing showdown on The Masked Singer. Here's what's hot on Fox.
911, what's your emergency?
Monday starts with an encore of 911 and a personal emergency for Athena. Then it's a replay of Naveen Andrews' intro episode as Robert Camdar on The Cleaning Lady.
I have great news.
Tuesday is also an In Case You Missed It day with The Resident and the musical drama Monarch.
I'm gonna bust this all the way through.
Then Wednesday, The Masked Singer is all new. It's a Fright Night theme, welcoming 2 new contestants, and 2 will be unmasked. That's followed by an all-new castle building challenge on Lego Masters.
Boom!
Thursday, The Masked Singer brings a new Thanksgiving-themed semifinals. 3 compete, 1 is eliminated, 2 move on to the final round.
I may be a little bit excited about this.
Lego Masters is also new again Thursday night with an episode inspired by iconic Marvel movie action scenes. Speaking of action, Friday is for Fox Sports and WWE Friday Night SmackDown. Over the weekend on Animation Domination Sunday, The Simpsons welcomed special guest voice stars Simu Liu and Natasha Lyonne. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Still ahead, get ready to pay more and wait longer at some popular theme parks. Why places like Disney World are seeing big delays for attractions. But first, let's check in with Good Day's Paul Milliken with what he's working on. Paul, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. As you see behind me, it's the most wonderful time of the year at Georgia Aquarium, and you may not know this, but Santa's favorite animals, not reindeer, they're dolphins, especially these dolphins. You're going to meet them coming up. And also, it's weird, the team just gave me a poncho. Why do I need this? I don't know. Stay tuned. Guess I'll put it on.
Welcome back to Good Day Atlanta. You already know that Santa has a team of hardworking reindeer, but did you also know he's a fan of dolphins, rays, sharks, and sea lions?
It's true. Santa's favorite animals can all be found inside the Georgia Aquarium, which has a busy schedule of holiday activities planned for families this year.
Good Day Atlanta's Paul Milliken is live in downtown Atlanta this morning, and I guess you're ready to make a splash, so to speak.
I don't know. What could possibly happen? I'm wearing a poncho in front of dolphins and a whole lot of water behind me. I can't figure out what's going to happen, so you'll have to stay tuned, and so will I. So glad to be here at the beautiful Georgia Aquarium, which is certainly ready for the holidays. Last hour you saw a tree lighting. This hour you're seeing one of our new friends, two new friends, Stephen Fisher and this guy. Stephen, it's great to see you.
It's great to see you too. Thanks for coming to visit us today.
It's so good to see you. Who's this?
This is Sydney, one of our show stars and one of our largest.
Amazing. So how many dolphins do you have here at Georgia Aquarium?
We have 13 bottlenose dolphins.
Wow,
yeah.
13. Now, do all 13 perform in the dolphin show?
Yeah, they do. All of them perform in our show in different parts of it, yes.
Amazing. Hey there, how are you? Look at this. Getting a wave too. Gorgeous. Well, let's talk about dolphins. Now, you're an associate curator here. You're a dolphin trainer. So what do you do with the dolphins here?
Everything that is involved in their training, their care is our team. So whether that is their medical care, learning new behaviors, presentations, or guest encounters, that's our entire team.
Wonderful. Well, I've seen the dolphin show here. It's always so much fun. There's kind of a special one for the holidays though, right?
There is. We're very excited about our holiday presentation. You know, this time of year is a time to give back to those that we love, and this show centers around that same idea. So our guests will get an opportunity to learn how our dolphins have given back to them, how our training team cares for and gives to our animals, and then we have a really important conservation message so that our guests can also learn how they can give back to not only our animals but to the oceans in general.
That's amazing. By the way, is it raining? I just felt a few sprinkles. I don't know where those came from.
It's not necessarily raining, but we do have some snow and some special effects that we've brought back as part of our presentation, so our guests will get the full fun and festive part of the show. But it is a splash zone in our show.
Well, so I was going to ask you about this. Now, there are two different colors of seats. There's gray, and then there's blue in the back. What happens if you sit in a gray seat?
You are going to get wet. Dolphins live in a lot of water, and that is a very special gift that they have for our guests, too.
Amazing. Well, okay, so I'm wearing this poncho. I feel like there's probably a reason. In fact, I'll go ahead and put the hood up. But is there something I'm supposed to do? Or?
Yeah, you know, you look like you are dressed for our splash show, so we have a little taste of the presentation for you if you'd like to see it.
I mean, why not? Let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to get out of here. You're in the perfect spot, so you just stay right here, and we'll give you a taste.
Okay, I don't know that I'm a fan of the. He just left me alone, but I'm just gonna stand right here. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I feel protected. Oh, something's going on. Something's happening. I'm afraid to turn around because I don't want to get splashed in the face. Oh! That was a lot of water. That was a whole lot of water.
He survived it.
All in a poncho.
Oh my God.
Love it.
And he survived. But I would want to turn around and see exactly what's happening. You know what I mean?
Oh, and there we go again.
Nice.
Stephen lied. It is raining. It is raining in here.
That is amazing.
I just love dolphins. Oh my goodness.
Paul, thank you.
They stole the show.
They did. The Georgia Aquarium is located at 225 Baker Street in downtown Atlanta. This week, aquarium hours are 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Wednesday, and 9 to 4 on Thanksgiving, and then 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Friday through Sunday. Well, Six Flags is also ringing in the holiday season. Over the weekend, Holiday in the Park kicked off. The park transforms into a holiday oasis with spectacular lights, classic holiday songs, shows, and attractions. Yeah, that event runs now through New Year's Day.
It's so beautiful. And heads up, if you are going to the happiest place on earth, unplanned ride stoppages and wait times in all Disney parks are increasing with ticket prices. A Wall Street Journal analysis found the average wait time on a ride is about 49 minutes at Disney World's Hollywood Studios, and ride stops rose 58% at Disneyland from 2018 to 2022 as of September. Walt Disney World ride delays rose 42% during the same period. Disney blames delays on bad weather, maintenance needs, or guests interacting with attractions. Coming up, we'll have a recap of the 2022 American Music Awards, so stay close. We'll be right back.
Now you're a little nervous that it's really...
That the people wanna peep. No Prince Rain in purple gold. Janet Jackson in control. Body, yaddy, yaddy, yaddy. Make the Italian had us on the floor. Gaga on a horse. Cats and wrecking balls. Adam Lambert getting freaky till he falls.
The 2022 American Music Awards went down last night. It was hosted by actor, comedian, and singer Wayne Brady. The show was packed with performances and, of course, as always, even a little controversy.
Yeah, some of the night's biggest winners were Beyonce, who won Best R&B Female Artist and Album.
Bad Bunny took home Favorite Male Latin Artist and Favorite Latin Album, and it was a huge night for Taylor Swift.
Music Award for Artist of the Year goes to. Let's see here, sir. Oh, man. Taylor Swift!
Other artists and you're nominated with her, you just kind of like, you just don't even say my name. You know what I mean?
So true.
Swift took home all 6 awards for the categories she was nominated in, including Artist of the Year, Favorite Pop Album, Favorite Pop Music Video. Congrats to her. And for the Hip Hop Awards, Kendrick Lamar took home Favorite Male Hip Hop Artist, along with the Favorite Hip Hop Album for Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, while Nicki Minaj took home Favorite Female Hip Hop Artist.
And in the pop category, Harry Styles took home Favorite Male Pop Artist, along with Favorite Song with As It Was. BTS won for Favorite Pop Duo or Group. Then once again, Taylor Swift won for Favorite Pop Female Artist. And here's who won Favorite Male R&B Artist.
Chris Brown. Chris Brown is not here tonight, so I'm accepting this award on his behalf. Excuse me, chill out. But I want to tell Chris, thank you so much for making great R&B music. And I want to tell him, thank you for being an incredible performer. I'll take this award, bring it to you. I love you. Congratulations. And congratulations to all the nominees in this category.
Well, as you saw there, Chris Brown won, but he wasn't there, which is why Kelly Rowland was interrupted by some boos in the crowd. He commented on an Instagram post saying, would have been the AMA performance, but they canceled me for reasons unknown.
Wondering where Stevie Wonder was. And finally, Lionel Richie received the AMA Icon Award last night. There was a tribute to him. As you see, there was Stevie Wonder and others performed We Are the World, the 1985 hit that Lionel released for the charity USA for Africa. He co-wrote it with Michael Jackson. Stay close, we'll be right back.
Are mourning the death of Jason David Frank, who played the iconic Green Ranger for 3 seasons. TMZ reports that the official cause of death was suicide. Frank is survived by his 4 children. He was 49 years old.
In entertainment news, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever continues to lead its spot at the movies. The sequel to Black Panther has now grossed $546 million globally. The movie follows Queen Ramonda and her forces fighting to protect their nation from intervening world powers following the death of the king. Some other top films at the theater this weekend were The Menu, The Chosen, Black Adam, and Ticket to Paradise.
The new Hulu series, Welcome to Chippendales, puts the spotlight on the male revenue cultural phenomenon.
And it tells the shocking story of how it all began.
Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin.
This could be huge. Hulu's Welcome to Chippendales series is taking center stage. Kumail Nanjiani leads the true crime drama as the founder of the Mail Review, who let nothing stand in his way building an empire.
I did a lot of prep, figuring out how to play a guy who makes decisions that are immoral and unforgivable. And so you sort of, create a worldview that leads to someone doing that stuff.
Watching episodes back gave him another view.
The first time I really saw him as a bad guy, it kind of was really jarring to watch and see and be like, oh, I think I hate this guy.
Annalie Ashford's research held a challenge.
The only thing we could find about her was one photo.
She says they created a character within the circumstances of the events and time period.
She was truly in the grips of the patriarchy, and she was an incredibly savvy businesswoman, incredibly smart, but the only way she could find a way in business was through a man, and in this case, it happened to be her husband.
The dancers did train in a Chippendales boot camp where Murray Bartlett worked on his choreography.
Yeah, I had to bust out some of those moves, so I definitely worked hard with the choreographer to try and nail those. And sometimes having to do the routine, mirroring the dancers, and then turn around and do it the way that they're doing it.
Their fellow actors admired the commitment.
I was like, can we come to rehearsal too? I'd love to do a weird dance number.
They were always working.
There was a full weight room on set every day that sometimes I'd be like, should I go do a pump right now? Just get it in.
Welcome to Chippendales.
In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
I love how she said a full weight room. Welcome to Chippendales. First 2 episodes premiere tomorrow, then 1 per week will roll out through January. We're back with our pet of the day after this.
I'm Chief Meteorologist David Chandley. Good Day Atlanta has prepared you for today's weather, but we all know how quickly conditions can change. That's why video forecast, instant notifications for weather near you, and live radar with lightning strike data. Download the Fox 5 Storm Team app now.
It's time now to meet our gorgeous pet of the day here. This is Tolliver Howard. The tabby cat has a special story of survival. He is happy, enjoys plenty of attention, and gets along well with other cats. You can call the Humane Society of Cobb County if you want to know more about adopting Tolliver.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for Good Day Atlanta. Stay connected to us around the clock and like our Fox 5 Atlanta Facebook page.
Also follow us on Twitter and on Instagram.
We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.